Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my stream, to my international stream on Thursday. English spoken as good as I can. And today we got a guest. Hello, Tim.
Looks like I just joined and started the stream.
Yeah,
you to me. Sorry for that.
No. I think there are still not or there's not yet anybody there. Anyways, it is just I just pressed the button and pressed the Messiah button, and then you joined, so I had to explain myself.
All right.
So let's see if anyone is showing up. Anyways. But just to begin with, I did not use the newest version yet.
That's all right.
Yeah, because I was a little bit too scared to maybe break the save game, because this is what happens normally if you think you just can change the version because this is running so good, just can change the version a minute before the live stream. It's never that good. It's never. And
as if I ever released a broken mod update.
Sorry. It's not broken. Maybe the save game is broken and just could not take the update. So it's not always you to blame. Most of the time, but not always. So.
I mean, I only really tested it about 5 minutes, so yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, it's really I was really struggling on Tuesday, anyways, because it was not. We hey Actinum, hey. Sorry for the caps. No, doesn't matter with the caps. Hey, I can show you something. So if I got both of you here, anyways, we can just straighten some things out, because though those apple trees that Tim thought are in the map and Actinum told me that are actually base game. So you are both right, but I didn't understand where to get those. Because we're lacking of some fruit trees. So if there's anybody out there who has some nice fruit trees, please deliver them to us, because we need them for the what's actually the English translation or the English word for the agroforest. Is it the key line?
Actually, just agroforest.
No, it's the same in German as in English, right? Yeah. Then okay.
Agroforestry.
Okay. So this is something that I really like, the height of those trees. Yeah, that is where I could say okay, I could live with that, to have some bushes and put up some pastures for chicken or for sheep or something like that. For I think for goats we should have trees with more protection here, because they would kill the trees. So for the explanation, because I was, or better off, you start to explain what you are planning to do on agroforest, or the agricultural thinking behind it. What was it in English? Not conservative. Regenerative agriculture, the thinking behind it, and on how to keep the project ongoing and maybe make it compatible with TerraLife Plus and all the huge features that we want to put in to have actually a real life use case out of it, to show people on how it works really. So what was your intention on doing it just right now? You were bored.
Well, yeah, obviously I was bored. Now, in FS25, I stumbled across all the regenerative farming stuff and got really deep into it, and like got really interested in the topic. And in FS22 I started designing agroforestry systems by hand, like placing every single tree and doing all the terraforming, finding out where even there is a topographic line. And it just took ages, like literally 8 to 10 hours for just a single field. And I didn't feel like investing that same time again in FS25, but I still wanted to play with stuff. So yeah, I was too lazy to hand plant all that stuff, but apparently not too lazy to invest probably 5 times the amount of time in creating a mod which does it for me. But yeah, good thing is now I can do it quite quickly, and everybody else who likes that kind of stuff can do too.
Yes, so you invested the time for us, because I was able to do so even if I was lacking in putting the right tree heights in there, but it was doable for me.
Yeah, exactly. It was a complete act of selflessness with no own interest.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because this is how we always do our stuff. It's always because we want others to have the fun when we are heartbroken by. No, it's really the topic is really an old one, even in farming agency or even for me, but yeah, the geometry on its own was a no-go for me to think about it even earlier, because as you said, it takes ages of planting the stuff, and if it would have been that easy as setting up the vineyards or the olive thingies, okay, but it was not there, and the topic TerraLife Plus was way more important for me, because all the other stuff around it is what makes me tick. So the soil and the nutrition and all that. But now with having with having a lot out of the way, I mean, in my perspective, it is already a lot that we can put down the tree lines very quickly. I can show. I think I will find a field where I have not yet destroyed everything. But it is just to make it clear, it is an ongoing project, right? So it is not it's far to be done yet, and far to be in a way where you could say, okay, we're close to finish, but you give already the chance in an open beta to give people the possibility to try out and give feedback on it, right?
It's basically the minimum playable version or minimum usable version. So it's good enough to do stuff. It's not very convenient yet, especially the version, the only one I released so far, which does not have previews and stuff. It's maybe not too error prone. I mean, at least I didn't manage to crash the game yet. But it's perfectly possible for the calculation to fail, and if it does, well, I just try a different location until it works, so it's not too bad. I don't actually know where I want to go with the mod, like how much I'm gonna invest, because I'm still also helping in developing Maze Plus, and which is obviously also a priority. This is more like a hobby side project here. And I got it far enough to actually set up a save game for myself, so I can finally play with some agroforestry again. But I will keep updating it every now and then with just IDs I have or IDs everybody else submits to GitHub or on your Discord.
But I think most people do not know on how we came together anyways, because you did not know about Farming Agency or me or Maze Plus or TerraLife Plus in 22 you had your own ongoing project with regenerative agriculture. How was it called on ModHub?
Conservation agriculture.
Yeah. So due to this, we actually came into talks, because I'm always open for if people do the same thing. It's totally possible that people have the same idea at the same point in time, or do it just or get inspired, or do not know anything about the others. But it's always easier, in my opinion, if you talk to each other to see if we can combine forces, instead of having two groups of people doing the same with closely the same result afterwards, but nothing is working with the other together. So on this topic, or I learned basically that you are also into this agroforestry that is totally a pain in my ass, because Gaming Shaft, I don't know if you saw the streams the other day. Gaming Shaft and Wild, or Gaming Sheep and Wild Sheep, those two started really early on in FS19, watching my streams and always asking for agroforestry. And I said, yeah, but we don't do just. We want to do it right, or not at all. And now with both combined, with the deeper interest and knowledge that you have, and luckily also in scripting, but you have more in depth the knowledge to agroforestry, and me, I would say, more to the other parts, so we can combine this project and make a whole big thingy out of it that really works with moisture, with nutrition, with soil density, with crop types, with rooting of the crops and all that. But we're in the case, or the cases at the moment, that FarmSim 25 cannot take it. We thought that we could really easy import or convert the 10% of TerraLife Plus that we had in 22. We could bring it to 25 and start from there on. But 25, yes, had improvement, but it also was so full of new stuff and old issues and all that that it did not work. So we were basically in this Nirvana of no, not what is it called? Not Nirvana. Wie heißt das nochmal? Dieses Nichts, dieses große Nichts.
You can say the big nothing.
Yeah.
Nothingness. Yeah.
So where we didn't know what to do. This is why we said, okay, maybe we can make on a way to think about TerraLife Plus. We can make this Maze Plus happen, because it's falling out as garbage, so to say, on during the improvements and testing for TerraLife Plus. And yes, so we can think about this stuff, but we cannot do it actually now all together. So this is why we break a little bit apart from the saying that we don't do just, that we don't do something that is not on ModHub, that we don't do something that because this is now exactly the opposite of what we always say, that we will do, that we take you with us on the journey, but we will release on ModHub for everybody. So that we break a little bit apart is due to the fact that FarmSim 25 is not ready for all the stuff, and we have to wait for Giants to keep up. And this is why we enjoy getting help from you guys, some feedback on this stuff, and just see it as an ongoing project like TerraLife Plus. It is just paused at the moment, and this is one branch or feature of it, and this is gets the same love and intention as the other projects get. So it is really for me personally important that you really give feedback to Tim.
Just as I read chat now, thanks for clarifying the apple trees, Actinium. But I wonder, can the player actually plant apple trees in some way, or is it just something Giants added but didn't give the player the power to use? Because I clicked through all the construction menus, I couldn't find apple trees anywhere. Yeah, but yeah, right about everything you said about Maze Plus and Terra Life Plus. It's a shame, really. It didn't go as smooth as we planned, but not much you can do about it. FS25 brought a lot of new features, which obviously tanked performance a bit, because some of the stuff Giants did just isn't fast to calculate and to render. And so we slowly got to approach and see what can we still do, what can't we do, and yeah, stuff like that takes time.
I really love the word that you just used, the phrase tanked. Tanked. That's kind of cute, polite, and correct at the same level. And it also has this little amount of aggression in it. Instead.
That's just how you say it in English, at least.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
There's probably 100 different ways of saying it.
But
I'm
it's
still
yeah,
not
it's
a native
cool.
speaker, and still a lot of stuff I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I set up the last 3 hours before the stream. I set up Netflix on an original series again to come back to a little bit more English, because yeah, I don't know what happened to Disturb, what is going on with him, where he is at, I don't know, but being totally alone in the English streams, of course, gives me a little bit of frightenness, or I'm frightened a little bit because I'm not that fluent anymore in English, and yeah, of course, talking to myself is also not the best way. So I'm kind of very happy that you are here and explain at least this stuff, because I have, even in German, I cannot explain agroforestry that well, because you kind of brought a new thingy to me that I didn't know, and that was with the what are called, ley lines, height lines, topographically, key lines, yeah. I did not know what you said there with kind of building barricades to hold back the water in dams and all that. I did not know that. I didn't know this kind of stuff with
like the whole swale thing and keyline design is more of a permaculture thing. So it's mainly done with types of farming where you don't really use big machines.
Yeah, I think people always mistaken the regenerative agriculture as something that is not necessarily a permaculture, because with the keeping the field always green, always grown, is kind of a way of permanent culturing the fields, but the way where it is used in the open, in the press or media, is always very different. And this is where the same with the right description for no-till direct seed. Yeah, that's where they have problems with too. Direct seed doesn't necessarily mean no-till and all that. So I think there's something where we should take on to clarify a lot of stuff. Yeah, permaculture doesn't mean that you have corn after corn after corn after corn, and plant some beans in between or something like that, right? It is mostly means that you always have a green covered soil, that gets planted in between cover crops, so it never dries out or has erosion? Or do you have a different subscription for, not subscription, explanation for it?
Yeah, I think what you said applies to conservation agriculture, which is also one fact I like about it. It's one of the few forms of regenerative agriculture which is very well defined. It basically just says you touch the soil as little as possible, keep it covered at all times, and have a sufficiently large crop rotation with, I think, of at least 4 crops. And that's basically it. If you're doing that, you're doing conservation agriculture. So many people actually do it without knowing it. Permaculture is a bit of a different topic because it's actually not just about farming. It's it tries to look at how do I put it? Like at the whole life which revolves around farming.
Yeah, but you mixed two that I did not mean. You mixed two that I didn't mean in comparison, because I meant the regenerative, not the conservative. Also nicht das Konservierende, sondern das Neuaufbauen. The regenerative agriculture is basically permaculture because it has the same principles and basics, or hasn't it?
Yeah, the terms are a bit misleading, because if you do if you follow just the 3 principles of conservation agriculture, you are actually regenerating the landscape and you are building topsoil. Like topsoil is English for German humus. It sounds like you're just gonna conserve what's there, so it's an unfortunate term, but it is actually just one of many types of regenerative farming.
I can't wait for us to be on the Solify field days next year. Oh, I see. When you talk to Alexander Klüpper and the guys from Novak. Oh, I see. I will pick up a beer and sit down and we'll listen just to what you guys. It is so interesting. There is so much into it, and the best thing in it is that the people who do it right are never the ones who are ideology. Oh, why? Die sind nicht ideologisch motiviert. They do not
ideologically. Yeah, look, even I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, they do not try. They don't want to do it as a missionary. You have to. Yeah, they want that you see what they do and that you say, oh, that's good, and not that you do it because they say it's good. So they are not missionary on their way to do so. So because this is the best way to do so. If people really think like the idea with the boss, right? If you want something done, make the boss think the idea was his idea, and keep it that way. So you will get it done. And this is basically the same principle. When will the version come out?
I think that refers to the new Pallegney version.
What's with 9 p.m., Diogo? Actinum can or does already say, because we have no ETA. I think it was planned to send it in this month, the Pallegney, but this mod has nothing to do with the map itself, basically. You are not moderator, right, on YouTube?
No.
We have to change that. Wait, I will see if I can find the link to the explanation video, to the tutorial. There, with the tutorial comes the link to your GitHub, right?
Yeah.
So for the
Yeah, I mean, you actually have to just search for FS25 keyline design on GitHub, because so far I was too lazy to verify my YouTube account, so I can't post links there.
oh yeah,
Really
then
can't do that.
yeah, please do so, because then I can put you as a moderator anyway, so it makes total sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see the whole project of Terra Life Plus, the meaning of all of that is getting bigger and bigger, but it is not on the in the same way, because we have so much, we have had so much already on our notes that we wanted to do, and that we did, and that we tried to do, that we know on how to do it, and but at the moment really the limitation is giants. They really need to put money into people and put effort into fixing stuff, because if you have 20 marketing people who can sell shit, of course it's better, as long as people buy the stuff and make a good money earning for giants, but it will not have any solutions for the problems that we have that at the moment. We need more developer people, more developers, or giants needs more people, more developer people, because if you have 20 marketing people and only 3 developers, the developers cannot keep up with all the stuff that needs fixing at the moment, and FarmSim is at a point where I mean, you saw it with the last DLC, with the MB truck, or with the Mercedes-Benz DLC. This is the first DLC where I took my hype back because of the sadly purely badly done MB truck models that looked really old and were not the top notch that we were used to, or that we got used to from Giants, because they delivered every year better and better DLC performances or parts in it. And this was the first time where they really backgraded or downgraded, and where it went backwards. And this is where you see that all the stuff all of a sudden is not that easy anymore, because the modders really kept up with Giants. I mean, with us, we had over, I think we had 10 scripters or developers, or how you will call them. And in FS22, for us was really nothing impossible anymore. And Giants lost people, they lost staff, they lost some key people in communication, in community management and all that. So they had a lot of backslash, and they really can't keep up anymore. The whole modding community overtook them, because there were so many people now inspired by the stuff that we made, and got inspired by other stuff and got their own ideas. And we are at the moment at a point where Giants really cannot keep up with the stuff coming. You see it in ModHub. You see what kind of mods get released on ModHub. They are not well tested. They have issues. They have problems. There are DLCs with issues that are known for years. For example, the Straw Harvest DLC with the density keynote. Yeah, with the line where it locks it to 6, what kills mod maps and all that stuff. You really see that Giants is at the moment not at its best, and this is why I always say, or why I said that they know the problems, and now it's on us just to wait. Yeah, it's really, yeah, with the Straw Harvest it is really. The good thing is, as partner, you had the Straw Harvest in testing back in the days, and you could just outline the one line. It is done in 5 seconds, and you see that they do not do not update this, make no hot fixes, because it's also console related, and that is always related to money, and money needs to be well spent if you have a company where you have to pay your employees, at least the few you have left. Tim, I'm so happy that we're doing this all in free time, right? I think I would have killed myself last year if I had to pay any of you. The support after the release alone felt like all the guys in the team were working 48 hours a day on supporting it. I would have shot myself.
Yeah, hard to blame us if we do it in free time, right?
Yeah. No.
I'm usually a bit more lenient and feel a bit more for the developers at Giants than most people, because I too work in a larger company, not primarily a software company, but with a lot of software and a lot of people, and I know how things are. Like, if you say it's basically a one-line fix and they don't do it, it just means management doesn't give it the priority that we would give it, because there's just too many other things which they deem more important.
Yeah.
Now, I personally don't know enough about Farming Simulator history to judge whether or not Giants has the right priorities, but yeah, it looks like the current priorities are not at making stuff stable, definitely.
This is the. I mean, I explain it in the German streams a lot. I really do feel for the employees of Giants, because there are basically three key people in the CEOs, the top-notch guys, Geiger, Ammann, and I don't know that the third is. I forgot the name. So they are basically signing off what is important and what is not. They give the timetables, the boxes, and say, so you have 10 hours for this and that. And if the 10 hours are over and it is not done, you see it in the code. There are so many things done 80%, and the last 20% are missing. So I never blame the workers, the employees of Giants, because I know a lot of them, and I know that they are good guys that are really interested in the game, and they really want this stuff also to be done. But there's always they have always to deal with the bosses, and for the bosses, of course, if you spend 2 million in development and you earn 4 million for it, and all of a sudden you have to spend 500,000 more for repair, but the income or the money that comes in stays the same if you fix it or not, because the console players do not complain, or there are not enough modders who point out that this issue in the engine is a problem. So they just lean on stuff like the console player cannot play because the game crashes. So this obviously stuff, where they lie their priorities, and it doesn't matter if Achim Mobil has 50 or 70 open bug reports or stuff like that, because one guy 70 bug reports against 10,000 players complaining about black screen. Guess where and who decides to do what, right? So this is I never blame the employees. That's to make that sure, or to make that clear. And we are. I mean, so many people just say, "Yeah, I have no problem with FS25. I'm playing it, and yeah, I do play it too." But when the stream is over and we talk about the stuff that we want to mod and the stuff that is not well in the engine and that is known for years, this is where we have the problems. The issues with mowing, for example, where Achim even brought the USB stick to FarmCon and provided the information inclusive the solution, and talked for hours with Geiger and stuff. And it is even worse in 25. Or or I got laughed at when I said, what is with the help that we wanted to provide for precision farming? We do pro bono, so we have all for charity, so we are good to go. We don't take any money for it or make money with it, because it's a financed project. You cannot sell it. This is why it is a free DLC. Yeah, so Giants is not allowed to make money with it too, and you get laughed at, and they say, what for issues? There are no issues, and it has the same issues that it has for 3 or 4 years. This is where I get angry, and this is where I say, really. And when I say that this time, this is the first time where I really say, okay, then we wait. It makes no sense to have workarounds like we did in 22, because we don't have to prove anything anymore. We proved that what we wanted to do, we can do. We proved that 22 ran even better with the stuff that we did. And Giants proved that FS25 is not capable of taking the stuff from 22 because they did a bad job. So it makes no sense to every week the same complaining, because they know the flaws, they know the issues, and now it's on them to react or not. And this is why we are waiting. And the baseline, or the line where we can see if it is working, is with the autumn DLC with the Highlands and what is called fish and chips, Highlands and blah 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 DLC, because for that there has to be a patch, and then we will see if they fix precision farming, if they fix the engine, if they go on to keylines and not or not, and if they don't, then there will be no Terra Life Plus for 22 for 25. Then we wait until the next farm sim. I have no problem with it. There is agroforest that we can work on too. So
I mean, we will see. It's obviously improving engine performance is not at all an easy task. It's not something you do in a matter of weeks. It's more a matter of months, if not years. Especially if you add so much new stuff as they did in 25. But one thing I am gonna say is, when I started learning how to mod for FS25, the programming interface was the most confusing thing I have encountered in 20 years of programming. And somehow Giants managed to make it worse for 25. So that's really unfortunate, because I can feel a lot of especially script modders being more inactive than in or just less active than in 22, and I get why, because whatever you try, there's always something which just costs you hours after hours to fix a simple thing, because you just don't understand what Giants changed. And I think that's an area that could be improved, but once again, that requires more people on Giants side. Yeah.
Tim, the one issue where I really actively got laughed at, and I think I think you can remember, even in my own team I got laughed at, where I said that I think that it feels for me that they actively blocking stuff after, and then later on you and Achim told me, shit, that's the case. Essential stuff for us. We worked really for years now, openly, back and forth, and a lot of stuff that was not possible or would have not been possible if not Giants listened and were actively helping and listening. But the jump or the change from 22 to 25 is so obviously because of the lacking performance. Because it feels for me that they had a bunch of stuff that they wanted to put in. For example, the dynamic ground. Yeah, that in my opinion is at least 1 or 2 farm sim versions too early in the game, because it costs way too much performance. It is way too unstable. It is way too bad for multiplayer, for the synchronization, for all the stuff. This is the least thing that I missed when I went back to 22 to Terra Life Plus. This is the least thing, really. I could not care less about ground deformation, but I could care more for the stuff with the fruit shader that we told them years ago on how to make a performance or a thing that is easy on the performance to plant. It's named row crop, the stuff that people know. When I say row crop, then they know what I mean. To plant crops in a curve and harvest one row. That would have been much more important to lean in this. But the selling point, deformation, deformable ground, because of cattle of crops and all the people asking for it. That was the key, what they wanted to put in, but they could not keep up with the improvement of the performance. So, and I do not say that they are bad people, that they do it on to anger someone, that they blocked features. But I think they are afraid of losing stability in the game. They are afraid of losing playability in the game, because the modding community has so much now. They have. Let's see alone. I do not say that people took it from us, so don't get me wrong, but they got inspired by the stuff that we did. And if you all of a sudden have 5 people working on the animals, if you have all of a sudden 5 people working on crops, if you have all of a sudden 5 people who are... So the amount of modding power and force that is stressing the engine, and ModHub, of course, is so much more and bigger than the capability of Giants to fix, actually, the engine.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. If I worked on this engine and I saw what it can and can't do, I might get scared too and try to block a couple of things and say, hey, let's first make that thing stable, maybe find a couple of optimization things, and once we got that down, we can open it up a bit more. Obviously, as a modder, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but we offered help on it, and they agreed, and now they declined it. So this is something. I mean, we have capable people, you included in the team, that really offered without wanting anything for it, just to help them to make it stable, because we had have so many people, but they declined it. So this is something that is really, the possibility would have been there to do so, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like even if it is possible right now, it's just so much effort for so little change that you just burn out on doing all of these things. So naturally we do the things we can do, like agroforestry.
Yeah, and this is really where I want to tell, or where I really want to know. No, where I want people to know. No, we didn't stop modding. No, we didn't stop the project. No, we didn't. We just learned. I mean, I learned a little bit longer than Tim, because Tim came to us in the middle end of 22, and I learned basically from the beginning of FS19 that people who are longer in the modding business and within farm sim, they are not without reason a little bit more skeptic about Giants, a little bit more holding back in things, and not that enthusiastic anymore. Not because they don't want to, just because Farm Sim and Giants proved that it's always decreasing. Even if some things get better, there's always the sledgehammer that gives you the step back, and it makes no sense to risk health and happiness for that. And this is why we just said, okay, we know what we can do. It would be nice if we had Terra Life Plus now in the game already, or this and that, but it's not working the way it could, so we don't do just 25%, we just wait and figure out other stuff. Maybe there will be a Blue Balloon DLC add-on or whatever. I don't know. It's just that I just want people to know that we are just leaning back and waiting for the dust to settle, so to say. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you can rest assured I have more crazy ideas than I could ever turn into mods.
Yeah, and you didn't hear even half of ours. You were so late in. You when we you came when we already nah we there's basically nothing in farming that we did not have an idea on. And if we thought we had it all, then there is someone in the team who says, well, hold my beer.
Just let me react to Actinium. Thanks for checking for the apple tree. By now I also found out we actually have apple tree saplings in the game. So you can't plant a tree, but there's saplings. Yeah, from a player perspective, I see absolutely no reason to be able to buy a sapling but not be able to plant a tree. So for me it would make sense if you could just plant whichever tree, like plant decorative trees, if you could also plant them as saplings. Because he asked if he should integrate apple trees into construction menu on Pallegney.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the right thing to do would be integrating it in construction menu of the base game. But the next best thing we can influence is put in the map. Yeah, why not?
When I
It's
see
not a lot of work.
look on how the synchronization is here on the SWAT. It's not multiplayer. It's single player multiplayer. This is so. How should we integrate their 50 more SWAT or stuff like that? This is what I'm saying. It is even in single player. It is so bad, and I don't know if people do not know or notice, but it's unbelievable. You can check still something else, Actinum. The swatting seems to be the volume seems to be not right at the moment for some things.
To be fair, that could also be a Maze Plus issue. Assuming you're playing with Maze Plus here. No idea, actually.
Yeah. No. I will check this anyways, because I had to make the high types for the Clover. But I'm not sure. He has also, because this map will work without Maze Plus, with Clover also in the bunker silos and that. He set it up like I did in FS19 with the horse extension, Maze Plus horse extension. I built everything in the maps, and some features came with Maze Plus then on top of it. So that means that he has to check the high types anyways, because they have to work without Maze Plus. Our Maze Plus will override them, so I will check on my end, but he has not Maze Plus yet at the moment. So this is because he will send it this month to ModHub, so it would be easier for him to check it before he sends it. It's just that came into my mind when I was mowing, that he might check this before
it
he
doesn't
sends
hurt
it.
double checking. I just said it so he doesn't try to reproduce it for 10 hours if it's something we broke.
No. He can't because he will see only the version he. But do you see on how the synchronization is working here? It's so annoying. It is really Farm Sim 25 is in so many ways so terribly bad, and that what angers me is that most of the things is stuff that we reported, that we helped on fixing, and that they came back, so that they made actually stuff go away and come back. And this is also something that speaks for me for a purely organized employee management. if Mr. Ammann can afford 3 Ferraris and run them on solder or spar for Project Motor Racing, good for him, but fucking employ developers and people who check the game. It's annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, they they make money. They make money with it. Yeah. So if they want from us that we send in issue and error-free stuff to ModHub, it's the least that we can expect that the game where we pay for has the same effort in it, right? It's my 5 minutes rant, so psh, go with it, play with it. Before
from a software architect's point of view, I think what they did is delay all these updates in the field, so you can calculate it in background. And the advantage is that you generally have more frames per second because the rendering doesn't have to wait for all the grass moving around to finish. But it's one of these things, if you can get it instant, it's good, and if it's not instant, it's already horrible. There's not much middle ground.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That is basically the problem that I point out so many times. If you do something quick, doesn't mean you got better. Yeah, if you become quicker in something like quality testing or stuff like that, or if you get more features into the game, doesn't mean it's better. It's better if it is better. So it is better if the quality increases. It is better if the game runs more stable. It is better if synchronization or the view for people is better. And I get it, in multiplayer we are in a very, very bad position because the subframe, is it called subframe, or the Germany has worse internet of all. I mean, I think even in Congo they have better internet. So that means they have to figure out a way to transmit stuff that it is transmitted on a good way everywhere in Germany. So there's a limitation. Yeah, if you put the throughput higher and higher and higher, some people will cry. Yes, but if you do not invest in this stuff, it makes it even worse. And I hear so much that the back end and the stuff that Giants has, they do not invest in it because it costs money. And this is something. Every time we hear the argument, it's too expensive. I do not fucking care, because you do not hesitate to make a game 10 euros more expensive if you need the money. You say, yeah, because costs are increasing. You do not care, but you do always care if it is for spending money in performance. Yes, so you make money, so the 4th Ferrari is in the garage, of course, but stay with me. It's a giving and taking. You can take 10 euro more for the game if it's running better than the previous game. At the moment, it does not. FS22 with TerraLife Plus, with everything in it, ran better, even in multiplayer, than FS25 base game for 3/4 of a year now.
Yeah,
and
but
this
the soil doesn't deform.
Yeah.
It's just a priority thing.
Yeah. So this is really
Getting priorities right is just tough.
yeah. I mean, not that they are businessmen, and not that they are in Switzerland, and not that they know on how to make money. Yeah. So I'm a poor German old dude, broke. So I have no idea on how to make money. So I would never ever judge that, because they know on how to make money. I just judge the way on how they make money with broken stuff. And yeah, I mean, guys, what's up? What's up? EA is getting bought by Trump's son-in-law and the Emirates. So next battlefield will be on camels and hunting LGBT people. So maybe Farm Sim should be sold too. I don't know. Oh shit. I'm really I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed because even if I say so, yeah, even if I try to be fair and say, yeah, of course I understand because it's a company, I always differ between the viewpoint of a player and the viewpoint of companies. True, but I always get that I am a Giants fanboy. So what? No, I just tell when they do stuff good, I point it out, and I love the game. But did you get the last 1 hour or so I criticized very badly too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? The same people who say before that I'm a Giants fanboy will be quiet, and others will turn up and say, "Oh, you always trash Giants. You are so bad influence. You are such a."
It's like with online reviews or like people are much more inclined to complain than to praise something. That's just human behavior.
Yeah. The good thing is, since I do not give a fuck, it really feels better for me. Yeah, my health gets better, and I really could not care less, because this is my first so to say single player since the beginning of FS19. I never had a single player where I just could play with smaller machinery and do not care and had to look at other people playing with me. Yeah, it's the first time. But I cannot enjoy it because this map in FS22 with Terra Life Plus on it, I think I just made it to August. I never played longer than until August in Terra Life Plus. So I never had the full experience of all the stuff that we made. Yeah? Never. But when I go back to Pallegney 22 Terra Life Plus, the first thing that keeps in mind is, wow, how immersive. 48 weeks, 32 crop growth stages, dozens of grass types, all look so realistic and all run so smoothly. It looks so good. And then you go back to the game where not even the high types run smoothly anymore because they come out of the ground, because it has to be the new ground system that was totally unnecessary. So there is never ever really a part of me that can really just enjoy the game, even if I want to. And this is something that makes it so hard for me to explain to people why at the moment we really slowed down and why we do not improve or work on stuff for Terra Life, because we just think about Terra Life end of the year, beginning of the next year, when we actually can say something, because we do not know more than you guys out there. We do not know more. We have no idea on what might be fixed. We have no idea on who will get employed by Giants or on who will leave, or we have no idea. We just do the same things you guys do. We try to play the game and get the best out of it, and if something is not working as intended, we try to fix it, or we work on stuff like Agroforest or Maze Plus or you name it. But we do so because we like the game. We love the game. But we do not pretend to know any secrets or so. And The only thing that you or that I can say that will always stay the same is you will always get what you see with me. I will not promote anything from Giants because they pay money for it or so. I did not promote the Mercedes-Benz DLC. I was very hyped in the beginning, and then when I got my hands on it, I was very disappointed. And the two things that I really, really waited for, one was the Heizomat truck. That is awesome. The model is awesome, but the MB trucks were worse. So I'm staying with Bremi's MB trucks. I do not promote it because I do only promote stuff where I can stay with my name behind it. At the moment, I'm very hyped at the Highlands and Fishing DLC, but I'm more careful now because I was disappointed with the last DLC where Giants, first time for now 6 years, really decreased the quality in stuff. Then I lost the contact to Giants. They do not talk to me that much anymore as we had in 22 back in the days where there were talks about even getting beta tester and all that stuff where we wanted to work closer together. All that went back. So I'm staying the person that I am. I'm staying skeptic. I'm staying optimistic, of course, because that's my nature. But I'm staying real. And if I say this or that, for example, Amman 3 Ferraris, and this is a little bit, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, this is a little bit poking and being, wie sagt man, sticheln. Provoking a little bit, yeah. But it's never. I really do like all the guys that work at Giants. I really love the game, but it's always. I will always speak the truth, and I know a lot of people hate me for that, for me speaking the truth. But I hate the other guys for lying. And so I really can live my life without all the other guys that I said arrivederci, goodbye. We don't need so-called partners that are no partners. The partners that we have, the few that I left inside the farming agency that I did not kick out are Actinum from MS7, so MS7 Studios. Castor, Flowey, Bruno, Latic from Universe Simulation. Those are partners that really prove that partnership goes both ways, and that you that you celebrate together and that you die together. So it's like, yeah, and they always say the truth. They if it is something that is not so nice, say it, because if you say what is wrong, we can change it. If you don't say it, but if you make any social media posts on Alien Paul from farming agency said so and so, and then all of a sudden 3 weeks later someone talks to me and says, why did you say that and this? And I said, what? I never did that. So come to our Discord, visit our Discord, come to the streams and talk to us and ask us. We will ask always our honest opinion, or give you always our honest opinion on stuff.
Yeah, also the other way around, we also want your honest opinion on our mods. Because if you keep all the bad things for yourself, we can't improve them, because we might not know about them. So don't hesitate. If something's just shitty in my mods, just tell me in Discord. That's fine.
Didn't I do so?
No, I don't mean you. I mean listening.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke. No, this is the funny thing where I just wrote down stuff that I noticed. And I didn't mean to, you have to do this or this is shitty or so, but it was weißt du, das, was wir schon mal hatten, wo man gesagt hat, das und das ist nicht in Ordnung, wo der andere dann meint, das muss man sofort machen oder so. Weißt du, it's sometimes communication is very important. This is the most important thing ever. This is what I hate most on all the other guys, including ex-partners and including on Giants, is yes, shut the fuck up if you don't have to say something nice or constructive, but say if there is something wrong. There is no problem in saying, oh, damn, I said I will do it until next week, but there's something, I can make it, it will take 2 weeks longer. Nice, fine, okay. Okay. Or can you do it? No, I can't because... Okay, but not say, yes, we do, and then you wait for the answer or the result and nothing happens and you don't say anything. Being quiet about stuff is the worst you can do with me. And a lot of people learned it the hard way. And this is also why people who do not know me for years now, they get a little bit shocked and think that I'm arrogant or something. No, I just learned out of the way. I was very naive at the beginning. I tried to make it right for everybody. We had over 200 farming agency and Maze Plus partners. And they so tried to fuck me in the alley. That's unbelievable. And there were big names with it. I threw out Daggerwin, Oxygen David, Lancy Boy. I cannot deal with divas. I cannot deal with people who say so and do not so. People who do not fit in. I don't care on how big your name might be. I just judge you on what you do or not do. That's all it is. That's really all it is. In Germany, where I come from, there's the saying "ein Mann, ein Wort." I don't know if it translates right when I say it's like a man and his word is everything that counts. But so it's kind of the saying, and this is where I really want to rely on. And yes, it happens to me too. That I say, yeah, we'll do this until then, and then I say, boy, I had a migraine or something, I can't do it. But inform the other guys. Do so.
I think in English you just say a promise is a promise. It's just, but I'm not too good on idioms because, yeah, I do talk English a lot, but not always with native speakers. So I also learn stuff from the wrong people.
Oh, now you tell us about your time in the Bronx.
No, but a place worse than that. American gaming servers 20 years ago.
Okay.
Because it's not like that anymore, but when I started gaming, American servers used to have features about 3 months before Europe. So I just played on American servers because I wanted the good stuff right away. And yeah, that's how I learned English, basically.
Daggerwin and Oxygen... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was finished.
Daggerwin and Oxy seems nice. It's disappointing. No, the problem is there are always two sides to people. Yeah, there's always that professional being the nice ones. I mean the same with same. I totally forgot the name. Oh yeah, the same with DJ Goham. I quitted a collaboration with him. It is. I do not like those people who overhype and be friendly in front and stab you in the back. I do not care if, for example, if Tim now does something very badly wrong, whatever, at the moment, I have no problem with saying, oh, you're an asshole, why did you do that? That means not that I think that he's an asshole in general. That means he was an asshole with that, what he did just now, and I'm not okay with it. I talk about it, and it's most of the time it's done by that. Yeah, I cannot stand people who do stuff for weeks and be friendly and yes, and of course, for example, partnership with TerraLife Plus. getting everything from us. We bought the animals and all that stuff, and he should have done the animation, and he didn't do it. Yeah, and then talking badly and making a teaser where we did not speak about it, and all of a sudden we had very, very high pressure, and this is all the stuff. I am straight, very straight with stuff. When something happens, I'm exploding. I tell you, I want a solution. We talk about it. We find a solution, or we disagree and go separate ways, but we talk about it and it's done. It's not done in 3 weeks. It's not done when it's done now. And there are so many people who, for example, if you criticize them, you cannot criticize God. And you know that Oxy and those are always gods because they got. Yeah, with DJ, that's something that we can speak in private about. on FarmCon, he attacked me. Yeah. So this is something really you don't have to criticize the gods, and I'm different. If you do something wrong, and it is, of course, it's my opinion, but we can talk about it. This is what happens a lot, that people lack of communication, that they don't talk about it, that they think they know what someone means and they don't ask. And it's the same when you do something wrong and no one tells you. This is the same that Tim said just before with the mods. If you don't tell us what is wrong, what you think is wrong with our mods, how can we change it? Yeah? So, and all the professional influencers that are doing the stuff, I really learned their real faces when I said, well, Terra Life Plus will be only on farming agency account on ModHub. Everything, every dime that is coming in is going for charity for cancer aid. You can't believe on how many people all of a sudden were never didn't want to be our friends anymore because they make all this stuff for a living and we don't. And then I don't know if the saying is in English the same. It is when it's about money, you really learn the character of a person, the real character of a person.
Yeah, they show their true face.
Yeah.
So it's.
So it doesn't basically mean that they are in general bad people or so. Yeah, I will never judge on that, because when I have a problem with a person. It goes both ways. Maybe he behaves or mirrors just my behavior. So this is that. It's also possible that I cause the behavior of the other people or person. So this is, I do not judge that. I just judge the way on the general behavior. And when you are with a group or when you are with a team, you have to have this overview. I mean, if my ex, for example, she had problems with everyone, and I told her, well, you should think about if you have problems with 100 people and 1,000 people do not have any problems with the other 100 people, maybe you're the problem. Yeah, you should always reflect on that. So, and this is something the so-called professional influencers, they overhype stuff and make people buy stuff, and with a game that is Peggy whatever, where children buy stuff with their last dime. It's not my personality to sell to kiddies stuff where I know it's shit. It's not. I can't do that. This is why we don't have a merch store, because I do not want to have kids buy this stuff. We have one, Fenty, for example. He always wanted a cap. And I said, well, if you want one, then I buy one, and I was heißt nochmal schenken?
Gift.
Yeah, I give it as a gift for you. But I don't want you to spend your money on that. This is on how we think, yeah. So, and No, really, this is also the problem. If you don't fit in this thing, yeah. If you really say, hey, this guy is an asshole, then you don't fit into the group of 10 people influencer that all cater their asses after each other because they are so great, but they aren't. The only thing where they're great in is making money, but it is also a saying I don't know in English, but I'd rather die poor than with the knowing that I betrogen.
I know it, but doesn't come to mind right now.
Instead of betraying someone, yeah.
Yeah.
I rather die poor than instead of betraying someone. Dave, thank you for watching in and thank you for rewatching. So this is also something where I can really say you can always say or tell us that some things are not good, that you think that things are not the way they should be, or that you disagree with stuff. Always do it in a respectful way. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Don't be an asshole, and don't get personal. This is always a bad thing, and this is also for my explanation. The last couple of minutes, it was a bad basis to name people, but it was necessary in this case. But for me, it's all is gone, done. I'm done with this. Jetzt gucken wir gleich mal. We're testing if this bunker silo switcher is working, because I did not test it yet.
Sorry, I kind of lost chat, but I just read how Erklärvideo said he's got 8 gigaoctets. That's French people always confuse the fuck out of others, because all of the world says gigabytes, but France and I guess Switzerland too says gigaoctet. And we were so confused at work when our French colleague once ordered an USB stick to go. We were like, what does he mean? All USB sticks are to go. He wanted a 2 gigabyte stick.
Yeah. Nice.
That took a while.
Yeah, okay, because I have no idea on that anyways. This is just by the explanation that you just give. It's for me, it's a very funny joke that I understood instantly, because I kind of knew what you would say, because when you said gigaoctets, I didn't know what you meant. Then I looked at the chat and I saw my PC only takes 3 GOS, and then I said, oh, when I USB stick to go, immediately it came up in my head before you even said it. So I understood the joke just before you told them. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, the sad thing is I am currently paying 65 euros per month for 70 megabits. So yeah, I'm quite jealous.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. This wow. You see what happened?
Well, I'm just seeing a commercial.
Oh, no. I just drove 100 meters and my forage wagon is 52% overloaded already. So the amount of clover lying there seems to be okay, but the visual seems to be a little bit off. but this is okay. This explains. So then it really explains stuff, because then it's possible that the overwriting is in work or in function, because we always do 1-to-1 with the clover, and because when you open a bale that you don't have your whole farm covered in clover, so that means we have to do the windrow filter ground a little bit different to see it. But it seems to be wow. 52% overload. Okay,
Yeah,
then
I just learned you can overload trailers. I'm guessing that's a mod.
yeah, from Sam.
Oh,
Realism and unfillables. You don't use it?
I played about 5 hours of Farm Sim this week, this month. I mean in September. So
Yeah, no, but just help me out here, because I'm trying to build a bridge. You really want to use this, right? You see this and you really want to use this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Then ask Sam if he can send you the version, and if it is on GitHub or ModHub. And or if he needs some help with the UIs, maybe for 9 months now. He doesn't. No, I will send you the mod, and you can have a look at it, because it's not on GitHub yet, and not on ModHub, because he is not asking for you or Achim for help. I said, you, Achim, Braven, you are or Glowin, you are into the user interfaces, and maybe they can help you. And he said, then he forgets, then he doesn't do it, and I don't know, I have no clue what he's missing, but they work, they're in function, they are totally nice, and people want the mods. They had them in 22, so that would be nice maybe if you have a look at it. Just remind me after the stream that I will. Oh wait, why wait? I'm not on the server, so.
But yeah, I got a similar problem as you, just different type. Like I mod so much, I don't have time to play the game.
Yeah, but
like I haven't even played precision farming yet.
Yeah, you don't need to, because it's still completely broken. Yeah, it's still completely broken. It's because that is there was back in the day when the FarmCon at John Deere was. I talked to the guy from John Deere who is responsible for the whole stuff, and I talked to the Giants guy who's responsible, who does the programming for precision farming and all that. And I told about the TerraLife Plus project, and I said that we really work deep into. Oh, just a second, Actinum. I will send you the Maze Plus version for your use only, so you can look into the fill planes and the bales. Maybe if you want to have a look into it, because there I need really help with the fill planes. Just so and I talked to but for private, yeah, for private use cases, please only. And I talked to them, and I explained what we will do with TerraLife, and that we will dive very deeply into precision farming, that there are so many issues with precision farming that needs fixing. And he said, what do you want to do? You want to replace precision farming, make your own, or make it other way around? And I said, what would you prefer? And he said, yeah, if we will make precision farming after the official release for the next farm sim, we will make it our own version, so it will be continue even without the stuff from the university and all that. And I said, okay, then we can make it complementary, but we would like to help you, because we are way more people that can help on this topic, because we spread much wider in the game and have a much better overview over all the stuff. And yeah, we kind of agreed that we will have earlier access so that we can help, not after the release, but up front, so that we could help. And all that went down the drain, and this is why I'm so aggressively disappointed. Yeah, we didn't make the offer to gain anything out of it. We just wanted to have the stuff flawlessly in the game, and it all ended when I said that that we got offered or that we should make a DLC request, that we should apply for a DLC, and then he said, well, yeah, if you want to make a DLC, then I won't help you anymore because then you make money. And I said, it has nothing to do with Terra Life. We don't want to make a Terra Life DLC. Yeah, so and I got all confused and all that stuff. And this is why this Nirvana. This is in the Nirvana. We are hanging in the Nirvana, the nothingness of whatever. This is why I'm really aggressively disappointed that we cannot go further with this stuff, because you know that Loki made all work in the UI of precision farming with the soil compaction and all that. You saw that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So that means the FarmCon at John Deere was it 21? 25 Lindner, 24 Fendt, 23 Deutz, 22 John Deere. So for this time, for this, for the loneliness, no, for the longest. What? Shit, my English is so broken today. For the time being of that, so whatever. Okay, now let's see if the bunker silo switcher wobbly whoop works. And this is all, people always think it's, you should know so much and you work closely with, no, we never did work closely with giants. We just offered help and we just had normal conversations. Bunker silo clover, yeah, it works, but there's no silo. Oh, the L10N texts are not all working. We have to override some. With whole crop silage and all that stuff. There were this will be a huge typical little work but a long timetable.
Like not very complex, but a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. time consuming.
I mean, I figured Giant seems to be using two different sources for text in general, like not just Maze Plus, in other projects I did.
Yeah.
For example, the bottom right corner would display a different text than the top right corner. Not sure why that is, but there seems to be double translations in some way.
Yes, and this is where you basically, sorry for the bad wording, it's not meant that bad, but where you basically fucked up, and where Achim and Braven fucked up, when you remember the additional windrows, for example.
Yeah.
And the mixer wagon and mixer wagon display and all that stuff. Those topics were really time consuming, worked out by Modell Eicher back in the days where we had so much problems that stuff didn't work well, and because there are different approaches on that, and where we had, for example, we made a chef 2 to implement Ganzpflanzensilage in some of the texts. I don't know. Modellicher can explain that. I really do not know on how it was. I just know that there were certain cases where it did not go, where we had to make some workarounds because it was so confusing. And of course, when you come afterwards into the project and you see, hey, why is it you don't understand that because it's not logic behind it. But when you see that Giants has this unlogical logic, then you see, oh, it's kind of logic what Modellicher did. But first it was worked backwards and then forward again. So it was cancelled and then had to come back in again. There's no I love it because we didn't say it for a long time. But your wonder word, consistency. There's no consistency in Giants farm sim, except for not finishing stuff or overcomplicating stuff. I did not really look into the chat, to be honest. So you covered everything, right?
Not everything, but probably 80%.
We're currently working really hard on a new map, Le Michier, but really not sure that we'll do a third map on LS25. We'll see. Yeah, you have to do a 4x map. Combine both maps. Put them together. Do a 4x map, because the small maps are, or increase the terrain angles and all that stuff and make it more dense, so that we really can squeeze out all the necessary power. So there should be silo clover standing here. There's just clover, but I'm not sure if I did the English translation, because I always did the stuff only in German. So it's kind of possible that I did not take it, but it is compacting, so that should be, no, that's working, okay. And they put in separate bunker silos for you guys when you play without Maze Plus. You can put in those silos here. Yeah. There. They are included in the map. Yeah, but you can, but you can just forget one time for on console. A good 4x map. Oh yeah, and I really would love to have. I really would love to have some more, a little bit more quality textures on those buildings here, because they are also the edges are so. That is really something. So I'm not typically that critical guy. But when you run around the corners all the time and you really are close to it, it really, this is something really, I think Quentin should improve a little bit more. Because that's not when from a distance it all looks so gorgeous. So please. And don't make them buyable. Just give them for free for the people. Don't be Edomod. Don't be Edomod. Okay, did we what? Yeah, I discussed with Quentin of it. The problem with it is that Yeah, yeah, yeah. just make it nice. Put up some wine and candles, and just make it a little bit background music. Make it nice. I'm that old now. I really want to enjoy that. It's I want to have playing Pallegney here like being making love to a French woman. Sensitive. Uh, yeah. So let's take the final possibility of messing stuff up. Wait. For the explanation of the agroforest. Let's get agro here. Where's a field that we can mess up, that we can really mess up. I really feel like messing up again something. Um, uh, no. Where's something? Yeah, let's do it here. For God's sake. So we are here. We are here. And we have no clue what to do because we are men. We don't read any any manuals or stuff. Yeah, we are what we are. Can I plant the agroforest on land that is not owned by me, or
Yeah, you can.
okay? Damn! Now I have no excuse to buy the land. Well, okay.
I haven't tested what happens if the game decides to, I don't know, sow something here.
Oh, by
Like
the
if
way,
it's still owned by an NPC. Really, no idea.
yeah, that's what I'm trying. What they will do if they are not stuck on the field at a tree. With no, the grazing system we have to work on. It doesn't work as intended. I have the feeling. Some husbandries do not register the grazing areas or something like that. All of a sudden. I have to explain or show you in the save game the other day. It's not that important. It's just came up. Okay, so we yeah ha 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 ha. We do not buy the farmland. We just say, hey, do me some. Oh, wait, we make it green middle. Yeah, nice. Okay, now we can mess up the stuff. So be prepared. Be aware. This is, of course, it is under the power lines. Yeah. Okay. So you are in the construction menu. You go to parallel lines. Yeah, you can basically paint the parallel lines in whatever you want. As far as I saw, you can also put down poles. No,
Yeah, we can.
posts, non-political posts, just a flock.
Yeah. I mean, the mod doesn't prevent you from placing your trees in concrete, but naturally you would pick some kind of grass or dirt or forest ground, I guess.
So then we have those very very nice lanes here, lane lines, ley lines. Oh la la.
It's a single key line, basically.
Yeah. So you see here on how badly Actino made the terrain here. Yeah, you see so many different heights. So just my question is now. I see it all over. This is all the same height, yeah, where the line is now shown, right?
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't look that way because this is really all the same height.
I mean, there
Come
might be
on,
bugs,
the right side looks
yeah,
looks.
it should be.
But okay, I trust you on that. Always a pleasure to come. It's well, you have no idea what it is for pleasure to come on the wife. I'm just the pre-tester here. I'm preparing you for. That was really. Okay, it's late enough. It's the English stream. It's always okay. So, but what I want to do is I want to have them parallel. I want to have straight tree lines here. I
So
don't
you
care.
press the M key.
The M key.
Yeah, where it says change mode in.
Yeah. And then how can I turn the lane?
With K and L.
Oh. But
By
there's
the
no.
way,
Yeah.
I think I have about a 10-second delay between when I'm hearing you and seeing what you're doing on stream.
This yeah, this is why I turned the circle 3 times. This is I'm used to it, so I'm overdoing everything. So I know because I think I couldn't decrease the latency because of the 1440p. I think it goes only with full HD.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
Might
what
even
I'm
be
missing?
delay on my end, who knows?
What I'm missing here, yeah, is
Yeah.
totally. I want to know where is 0 degrees, because it is a work in progress. So that means the trim lines are not made by giants automatically in between. So I have to figure out a way to get at least straight lines that I can use a little bit the helper if I want to, or have at least straight lines. So I have no possible way to align it here, right? Except for looking a little bit on how it is on the other
Don't see
fields.
it right now. You would have to do some workaround, like manually painting a line or finding something in with the in-game compass.
Okay.
Where true north is and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, then I would say,
it's totally doable to display that info somewhere.
yeah, it's just I'm just coming up with stuff that comes in mind to me. So okay, I will adjust it a little bit to the background noise that is in the fields there. It looks a little bit that we are.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So what do I do now?
Well,
Do
the
I?
question is, did you start the executable in background?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just right click.
Wait. I have not customized anything yet. I mean, it might be the customization from before, but I want to change it. It's possible that
you can do it now, or you can do it after importing the calculated parallel lines. It doesn't actually matter. Just before you left click.
okay, then
but
I
if
will
you-
do it first, if it's okay.
If you want the dialog, just press F. The menu says customize.
So, of course, I will have apple and cherry, because those are, as far as I know, small enough and nice enough to confuse myself for having a fruit a fruit
That's a lot of apples.
Yeah, I love apples. Apples are nice. You know, the back in the days, my biology teacher, what is the English word for prevention of becoming pregnant? Is there one word for?
I mean, that definitely is a word that
Verhütung,
I
was
don't
ist
use on a daily basis.
No, aber Verhütung, Verhütung?
I think it's just protection.
Okay, so he said the best. He asked, "What is the best protection for you guys to not becoming pregnant?"
Yeah.
And we all thought, we had no idea. And he said an apple. What? What? An apple? Why? Yeah, if you feel the urge to nail your girlfriend, take an apple instead. and eat the apple.
I mean, that's one way.
Yeah.
I actually looked it up. It's contraception.
Yeah, but I never forget that. That's I got it in my mind for 35 years because what he said is just. I don't know. I repeated it so often when I got asked, "Do you have protection?" I said, "No, I got an apple." And my other half never knew what I meant because she was not in the school with me. So I can click OK then, right? I got the 80 meters. That's all. The key width is 6 meters. That's fitting. So I press OK. Okay, then we are back.
Well, yeah, just one thing I want to say. If you open the menu again.
Yes.
FP.
Yes.
Like you have apples set at 16, 8, and 4 meters. If you set 16 and 8 to none, you would have the identical result. Because
Listen, you IT guy over there. Don't come across with mathematics because I know you suck at it. So you're absolutely correct, but we have to explain it for the easy people.
I know. Yeah, like for anyone experimenting with this, I recommend just pick one distance and set it up. And well, anyway, the next version will show you a preview of what you're doing before you're placing you, so you can just play around until you got what you want.
Yeah, because this is basically why I set those three up, because 4, 8, 16 is exactly. But it's okay. It's okay because I will show you now something that really wondered where I really wondered what happened, but it should be. Okay. Maybe it does not again. But so okay. Now I want to have these lines set up here. I want to have, of course, 18 meters headland on the right side. Does it do it automatically, or do I have to guess where to put this line down?
No, you can basically place the line wherever, and it will calculate parallel lines right and left, unless you change it in the settings. And the headland will always be along the boundary of the field, no matter where you place the line.
Okay, so now I can export the key line now.
Yeah.
Export 1.
Exactly. Then you would usually check maybe your second screen or something for.
He's listening.
The executable says.
Yeah, he's listening. I don't know. He's listening. Let's see what he says. Okay.
Did it say that it calculated parallel lines?
Now that I pressed the right mouse button, he says, listening for changes on key lines. XML found one key line, generating parallel lines with the full, then it is underneath the OBS. I can't see it in total, so.
That's all right, okay. So now if you press B, which is step 2, import parallel lines, you should see more than just a key line.
Yeah! I totally do. Okay.
Yay.
And then Paint will execute the painting then.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's a Van Gogh or Van Gogh or something.
The text for left click is base game. I just added a 2 in front. But yeah, I didn't really localize the mod yet, so everybody will have English text there except for left click. But yeah, if
Oh
you do
my
it
God.
like, then you should.
He he stole half of the line here. What the heck?
I think it might be too close to the field border.
Yeah, but couldn't he do it picking up the smallest possible distance and draw it from there?
No,
started
but I
it-
think if you place tree there, your sprayer would get stuck either on the left or the right side.
Yeah,
mean,
mathematics.
basically
I know
how-
mathematics.
Yeah, now how the code works is it generates the parallel lines even outside of the field, and then it cuts them off, so you definitely don't get stuck with a sprayer when going
Yeah,
around.
but in your video, yeah, you made now dams and water and all that stuff. How did you do that?
Well,
Not with
not with mod directly. Like
ah
what I did with the water and stuff is, if you open the menu, you can set the parallel lines left and right, and I set one of that to 0. I think I set right lines to 0. So it will only generate parallel lines on one side. And then I placed everything, and then I manually modeled in the water. I mean, obviously that would be a potential addition for the mod so it allows you to create swales, but it's quite a bit more complicated because of all the terraforming involved.
yeah. There is something that comes automatically Run DMC in my mind. Again, very often.
Which song?
Tricky. Really?
It is definitely tricky to
So,
get around, yeah.
come on. This is what I wanted to show you. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, those are saplings.
Yes. I did not set them.
Well, yes, because currently the mod generates a random growth stage for every single tree, and you cannot influence that.
So, you say if I would
plan
have
on allowing you to influence that.
yeah. So, you say if I would have placed or used the numbers that you, master mathematician, gave me before that I should use because of 4, 8, 16, it could happen that trees were missing and there were way more saplings except for the trees, right? It wouldn't.
No,
it would.
it
No,
should,
yeah?
produce absolutely the same result. Like it's two different things. The settings you do, they just tell you where there is a tree at all.
Yeah,
And if there is a tree, there's a random chance for it to be just a sapling. But all the trees which are placed will grow. So as you continue to play, they will stop being saplings and get bigger.
I think
The main reason I made that is so you can actually do some forestry if you want to and have an endless cycle of like harvesting and planting trees.
yeah. The problem is I think you should, in my opinion, you should make it more clear with the possibility of choosing trees for having more forest growth, big wood making whatevers, and those Streuobstwiesenmäßige, the smaller ones like this, because I would have never made those big trees. I never would have made it like that to showcase your forestry stuff. I would have made it like that, and then I planned on putting fences or chicken husbandries or cheap husbandries around, and let the animals run in here to make it a little bit more like the beginning of the agroforestry. Yeah, the others basically the big trees, you never would have let them grow that high in agroforestry. They are way too big. in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
because in between there's so much shadow, they wouldn't grow, and they would take so much water that is really, and that is also something I would not take. At least at the moment, I would not take too many trees that are shadow rooters. I don't know if it is the right word. Flachwurzler.
shallow, like
Yeah.
like with the
Because-
trees
because-
with shallow roots, I'd say.
Yeah, because they would take a lot of water and would be not demonstrating what you want to show with it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Of course, for Achim, this is great. Yeah, he starts. But for me, I will make it like that because I love it. I really, 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 really love. And thank you to Actinum for the apple tree because this is great. I really love it that way. And I will contact Omatana because I think she has apple and pea trees, and maybe we can use them. That would be totally nice because they would fit so perfectly into it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually tested if just any mod can add trees, but there's a chance.
How
Maps can definitely do it. I haven't tried if a mod can do it, but
No, yeah.
mod might be
No, I would ask Omatana if we can if we were allowed to use them. I don't know if you can put it in your mod or if we can put it into the map here. So yeah, so that when it is in the map, then your mod can use it. It is not. Your mod is nothing that is at ModHub anyways at the moment. It's just a small amount of people trying and testing it. So there's always the chance that we build it into this map just to show it. But when people ask for it, then I wanted to say, okay, here's Omatana's mod, and maybe she allows to use the trees. I don't know if she built them herself or if they are maybe from somewhere else. In 22, the apple trees that we had permission. Oh yeah, we had the 22 apple trees permission from a Polish modder, who was so into the stuff that we do that he said, yeah, you can use them, and gave permission. The apple trees that produced apples that we had were from a Polish modder.
Yeah, Actinium, that's a good idea actually. I mean, why not? Because I think when I tried adding it, it's just a simple store item, so it might actually be possible to have a mod which adds trees, which is even possible on console. I mean, that would be cool. So yeah.
Isn't
Could
there
publish
isn't
that
there
as a
mod
mod.
from Modell Eicher already doing so? Not the trees, but he has, and I think he has all the paintables that are in a map or something like that, or no, all the paintables that are. Oh wait, it was in 22 where he put in stuff, store items and something else. Take a look at ModHub 22 and 25 with Modell Eicher. I think he had a mod where you have at least a structure of on how to put stuff in there, because it was paintable in the construction menu then. Because I mean, is it just me, or is it really so? This looks for me way more realistic to have a decent harvest in between, and I don't know if it's possible if we can put the fences around here. I don't know if I have small enough chicken whatever dingens on here, because I have no custom chicken. Oh yeah, let's kill my save game. Oh no, it's just that is the fence. That is a fence, a hardened fence. So I would have to take the ones without fences or so. But that would be something really cool. Sheep. Same.
There is actually a fenceless husbandries mod on ModHub.
Yeah, I know, but it's not on. I don't have. This time I do not have. this time I do not have my save game overflown. With I try to keep it a little bit simple, just a small black one for tonight, and the yummy pajama for breakfast. So nothing in between.
I love how in the distance the field doesn't have grass on it, but rather some leftover root crops or something.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing game. Everything is so perfectly. That the explanation the last time there was something where Marcel was explaining something. For example, this issue that the SWATs are shown and the grass is not, or something like that. Yeah. So if you go to settings, if you go to graphic settings, and you have here the distances of objects, lots, and all that. There were this discrepancy, or how is it called? When something is not aligned to the other, then one is shown and the other not. So it might be possible that you see the SWAT, but not the crop below, because you have the distances different. I would have made them.
You want to say it's inconsistent?
Yes, because look at it. I got it on the same values, but it's not the same. It's same but different. So, and this is wow, is it?
It's each 200%, but obviously the base range is different, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, and this is. I mean, I can really. We were in 22. We were really even the word impossible spells impossible and all that stuff. We really let our genitals hang around out of the window a little bit, way too much. Yeah, so maybe Giants got nervous in some cases, but at the end, it's all to improve the game. Yeah, I mean, the only thing where they can be sure of is that we don't make money out of it. We make it because it's a hard project, a project by heart. I want to teach and show people stuff. Even for the companies, we the partnerships that we have with the companies, we do not get money. We often I say that we get in return invites to field days or Agritechnica, stuff like that, so that we from the team get invited, so that we don't have to pay for the travel or the hotel or so. This is the only thing. So at the end of the day, we want to make the game better, and I don't think that we have really this attitude that we think we are better than anyone else. We have just a lot of creepy ideas, and we had a lot of people that can do stuff, but we always want to have the dialogue with other modders, and we do not bite any heads off or something like that. It's really not on us that some things do not work. Sometimes, or a lot of times, people just get personal offended. And when they get personal offended, then we talk about feelings, and feelings you cannot control or it's different to make someone feel different when they have the opinion and think that you are an asshole, or that you are something better, or that you think that you are something better. You cannot change it, at least not for a long time. So there are people who are really divas. Where I quit partnership with, because I tried it for a couple of times. There are so many modders that and you guys know who I'm talking about when I say they quit this week, delete everything on ModHub and delete the pages, and 2 weeks later they are back on because people paid some donations and stuff like that. So those are people we do not compare us with, and we don't want to work with them. But we really want to try to make the game better. We really try to support Giants, even if all the negative stuff that I'm saying, I do not make it personal For the Giants employees, it's just pointing out stuff, and you can point the same way out stuff to us. We are not angry. We have days that we can take it better, and we have days that we can't take it as good. That's normal. That's human. But we are never ever aggressively reacting on constructive criticism. So if you have any idea, even with the agroforest, if there's something that you maybe you are working on a mod that does something similar, always talk to us. We try to help, we try to improve, and if there is stuff that we don't have to do because you are doing it already, then of course you can make it and you can say, hey, you came up with it. No problem. We are not jealous. It's the only thing that matters is that the mod is out there for people to use it, to have fun with it. So and this is basically the words to wrap it up. Just be a little bit more kind to each other and respect each other a little bit more. Not everybody is always using the right words in the right moment or doesn't know it better, but it's never you should never take it as a personal attack or so. I don't know if Tim wants to add something to it, to my monologue. Go ahead.
Not much to add. I mean, it's a bit unfair because I basically waited until all the drama was over and only then joined the farming exercise.
Yeah.
So half the time I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't experience any of that.
Oh, that was so hard for me. I always thought, oh my God, what might Tim think of me, that I'm an arrogant idiot, that I say, no, this isn't. Yeah, you gave me a hard time with that. Really, I really, no, it's okay because that made me reflect more. You really helped me through a very, very bad time. You really, because of you are very kind, you are very quiet, and you are, was heißt ruhig, also besonnen.
Calm. Calm.
Yeah, calm, but also you're reasonable. You're really, so you help me through, and because it's your job. Within your job, you have experience in ways that I really needed for my personal development. So you really helped me. But at the moment I crashed on you or you crashed on me with anything, it was hard on me. It was really hard on me because I thought, oh my God, when I say no, I don't want to do with him because, for example, Arrow, right? There was something. But I think at the end we both understood what each other wanted, and that I didn't mean it the harsh way. It was just I reacted because of the things that I went through the years before.
Yeah. I mean that's also why I don't say much because I don't like to judge if I only know one side of the story in general. And also, most of the time, I'm too lazy to even get upset about something.
No, that is really the point of. It's kind of like Dave, who was in the chat before, who said, "Oh, I didn't think about DJ Goham or Hoxie. They're always so nice and in the open." That's the way they approached me too. Yeah, so this is there was basically not two sides of a story. There was just two sides of a person. I stayed the same, yeah. I stayed the same from the beginning. I was always trying to help people and all. But when I said, hey, but that what you do there is not okay, then all of a sudden I was the aggressor, the enemy, because how can I? Exactly the words on what do you think who you are to criticize a great model like 82 Studios? What is in your? What do you think you are? When I just said, I said, well, wouldn't it be fair to mention Braven for the wardrobe mod, and not that you made those stuff. You made the designs, but the mod itself was made by Braven, and wouldn't it be nice to mention that? That was the only criticism that I said. That I said, well, I just find it fair that someone says here, the basic is made by Braven, and he gave us the opportunity to make the stuff. And with that, on FarmCon at Deutz, 5 minutes before we wanted to go, in front of all the English-speaking influencers, he totally lost it. So, oh yeah, okay, Actinum, don't hit me. What did I do wrong? what did I?
While you're waiting for his reply, read up a couple of lines. Did you understand it like I did, that Actinium basically offered us to model a couple of trees for us?
Yeah. That's all written and sealed already.
Yeah. I mean, I personally wouldn't go through the effort of designing a tree, but if you're gonna do it, I definitely won't be stopping you.
and of course I have to Black Sheep Modding, Actinum, Black Sheep Modding. They are French, right? Because I'm not sure if they are. We had a discussion about it, and I was not sure. Okay, then it's okay, because yeah. I was not sure because at the beginning, I think Modelleicher played on a map of them back in the days. I was not sure. Yeah, no, of course. You can maybe we can get closer to each other. Anyways, with that stuff, because we really need help with the foliages and the fill planes and all that stuff. We really need help. I mean, I will send it to you, but please keep that just for you. The mod, but the textures, if you have to share them, that others can work on them, feel free to do so, as long as it keeps as we keep it in the family. But we really need help on this, because both guys who do or did the textures, one of them is so deeply sucked in with family problems that I really don't want to ask him. And the other is so deeply sucked into his own life that you cannot rely on him. He's a nice guy, but you cannot rely on him. He's like a little dog jumping from bone to bone, and this is not what I really need to. And I obviously can't do it. I will send it to you in private then. And Tim, another thing. Can you make me a zip file with the stuff that you made on GitHub, with the textures and the fill planes? You made something where you converted stuff already.
Yeah.
Can you
sure.
can you make me a zip file that I can give it to Actinium, because ich bin quasi dran gescheitert, das von GitHub runterzuladen.
Yeah, it will do. I'll also let me know when you send it to him, because I built in a debug command, which probably helps a lot with validating all the textures.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Actinium, just that you know, you can inform Quentin and the others will see. I will add Tim to both of the project private channels. The one that we have where the two. I will add him to it because he's also admin. He has also and he's doing a lot. I wanted to say procura, but I don't know the word procura in English because it's Latin, right? or is the
chance is the same? But
I would say so. Sometimes I get eaten up by my own stupidity.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I just don't want to share the Maze Plus file in those channels. So just that you know, yeah. So I just want to add him that he knows what is going on in between. But the Maze Plus stuff I would send you on private, and what I sent you in private, please do not share in those two project channels. So okay, sorry.
yeah. Paul doesn't want you to share his private parts with anyone else.
No, because it's it's a me, it's a Mario. Please. I'm a very shy person because I became old and fat. Back in the days with my ex, she made you know the word tupa party? Yeah, you know this word?
I
This
do, yeah.
Yeah, so and there is another thing that is called dessous parties. She sold dessous, and from time to time I was young and trained. I had to wear the underwear for the ladies that they could pick some for their men. And I was very often standing just in my underwear or in the underwear in front of other women trying. So I became very private after this. I was not always that, but I became very private after becoming fat and old. So of course I'm very shy with my private parts.
That's alright. Yeah, in the Actinium, just so you know what we were talking about, I basically made a small Python script which automatically transforms FS22 graphics into FS25 ones or textures. It's also on GitHub, I'll send you the link. But basically I cannot judge whether or not the output quality is any good. But I guess you can. And if you look at it and feel like that's so shitty, you better redo them all. That's perfectly fine by me.
Within Maze Plus, I think there are at least all textures in that we need, but on top it might be textures in that we don't need. I'm not sure. We have. I think there are not. No, I think they are not yet all in. When you get the file, you will see the fill types. One thing that you please do not touch is the wet grass windrow, semi-dry grass windrow, nearly dry grass, because those are final. Those textures are final. The grass textures are final. Don't touch them. There was a total fight with the other dude because I told him just put 2 in between of the ones we had in 22, and he made completely different, and they were like does someone of you know the neon green back in the days with how were the backpacks called? These skater bags. O'Neill, you know O'Neill backpacks? When it was this neon color. Yeah. So this it was awful. So I'm quite happy with with the color of that. And you can also then adjust the stuff. Basically, what you can also take is when you go to FS22 from the Terra Life stuff. There you can pick also if you can modify them and convert them. But this is really something where we lack really in this. And there are so many things that have just the path is still to, what is it, grass windrow, or where do we go with the path? Which texture is the fallback texture? Grass windrow, something like that, right?
Yeah, I think.
That
so what you're pointing at, but
yeah, the fill planes for the food and all that, for example for
fallback,
yeah.
I think it's like the giant's grass texture.
Yeah. So
grass windrow,
yeah. Yeah, but you know that beet pulp and all that stuff, that it looks different, of course. You already converted some.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then, and of course, the better thing is that you can see then the textures and the path that we used. So it's easier for us to exchange then. So you can test it then in your version, and when you then send the textures or the texture folder, it will just fit into the other version, and that would make it really easier for us. Totally cool. And this, guys, for the others, this is what I wanted to point out with partnership going both ways. Yeah, this is never ever any complaint. We always work back and forth together, and this for years now. This is really something that I really like, without being a diva. That's totally fine, and we really have to meet again on FarmCon. And I think I'm a little bit thrown back and forth. I'm not sure if I should marry a French woman, an Italian woman, a Spanish woman, or an Irish woman. Or I convert to when I become Muslim, I can marry 4, right? But then I have no time for farm sim anymore, I guess. I just want them to cook for me. That's all I want. Okay, guys. I'll come to Switzerland. Life is so good in Switzerland. Yeah, no. There's my arch enemy in Switzerland. The one with the black Audi on FarmCon and the Ferrari on Spa. He's my special friend. We go back ages. No, man, come on. It's that escalated quickly again. My podcast for 1 hour. But you see, guys, when I'm not alone in the chat in the voice anymore, it escalates. It escalates quickly. It like the escalator, right? It goes up. With Disturb, always it happened always that I slipped and it became very shady. Luckily, I've got a gray Audi. Ah, nice. I think sometimes. Do you have on GitHub a section where people can give feedback, or might we make a channel in the Maze Plus Discord for agroforest? I think it should be easier to do so in. At the moment, we will keep it maybe that way, that if you got questions and feedback in English or in German, wherever you want, use the normal channels, and we will answer there. And if it becomes or gets too much, then we make an own channel.
Yeah, apparently you can't hear me if I talk while my mic is muted.
Mm-hmm. I didn't hear anything.
Every mod I have on GitHub, and also usually everybody else who has on GitHub has an issue page, and you can comment there, but you're gonna have to create a GitHub account if you don't have one. And if that's not your thing, you can just write in Discord.
Yeah. So there will be no. I hope that the other guys listen or know too. There will be no problem if you just use the regular channel then for feedback. If there will be more, we will create a channel for that, because I think this is and will be an ongoing part or necessary. No, not necessary. Important part of the whole project, because it's a huge project, where it makes total sense to have it included, and by Tim being one of the main scripters anyways, it makes total sense for me. But maybe there are other people that are not able or capable of writing on GitHub that much. It makes it easier on Discord than to do so. So, and for the guys who rewatched this stream on YouTube, please write hashtag food is love in the comments. I will find maybe something to surprise you. Yeah, so thank you for those who were and took part in the live stream, and of course for the others who rewatch the stream. Hashtag food is love. And I think we can wrap it up because I think we said a lot and all of it. It was a pleasure, and I hope that we can have more English streams together with the ongoing stuff. I will keep agroforest in this map, and maybe if there are updates, I try to bring them into this game if it doesn't break my save game. So at least 2 times a week you will see.
Challenge accepted.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, so guys, have a good one. Thank you, Tim, for being here in The Voice and for doing all the stuff. And I wish you all come very closely, nicely to your pillow and to lay down and have a good sleep and have a good night and have a wonderful morning. It's only one day to go until weekend. Tomorrow will be the German stream again, then on Schwesing Bahnhof again. So we might see us then in the English stream next week, of course, or in the others. Guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, see ya.